It's the third season, it's our third chance, and will it be third time? Lucky for the Jambos. Welcome back, guys. Son of Scotland 90. It's the FIFA 23 Hearts Career Mode. We are in Season 3, the beginning of Season 3 to be exact. And this will be the biggest season, not only of this career mode, but any career mode I have done on YouTube so far. We simply must turn things around. The first two seasons, we failed to make the top 6. We failed to do anything in the Cups or in Europe. We've just been one big failure after another. And the board have gave us 2 opportunities. They have allowed us to stay at the club twice. They will not do it for a third time. So we need to get it right. We need to repay the faith that the board have shown in us. We need to repay the fans that have had to watch 2 seasons of absolute dog meat. And we just need to do it for ourselves. So this season, I am adamant that we are going to have a good year. Now, whether that be competing for the title, whether that be finishing third and best of the rest, or whether that even be, bringing home a trophy. I don't know what it's going to be, but what I do know is we are going to do better than what we have done in the previous 2 seasons. They were simply not good enough. They will not do this time. They will never do again. So we have to perform like the team that we are, like the size of club that we are, and I am sure we will. We're going to do a lot of things different this season. I'm going to look to try and train the players as much as possible. I'm going to try and rotate the players as much as possible. I'm going to try and keep the sharpness up throughout the starting 11, the bench players, and the reserve players. I think a lot of times in the past, we've had players coming on, and they just have had zero sharpness. They haven't been able to play to their best of their abilities. I'm going to try and be better defensively. I'm going to maybe sacrifice my attacking play and try and just be a bit more solid at the back. I'm going to do anything that I can do in order to improve, because we need to improve. That is the main thing that we need to know here. Improvement is necessary. If we do what we've done in the past, we'll have another shit season. We need to do better than that. But before we do anything, let's have a quick look at the players. Now, nothing has changed here. There might be a few ratings that went up, maybe a few ratings that went down. But the 2 big noticeable differences are Craig Gordon has retired. Craig Gordon is no longer with us, which is unfortunate. And the last one is that Gary Mackay-Steven has left the club. So I was looking at our squad, and honestly, man, this squad is massive. Now, I have been recommended some players to sign, and I have shortlisted a few players, and there were already a couple of players in my shortlist. However, I don't honestly know how many we're going to sign. If anything, I don't know if we're going to sign any of them. But what I will do is I will have a look at them. I've already looked at most of them, to be fair. But I'm going to have a look at possibly putting in bids to see how the clubs feel about that. But I'm looking at this team and I'm thinking, you know what? This team doesn't suck. I'm the one that is sucked. This team is more than good enough. This team should be getting 3rd place, and I just haven't delivered. But this season, I must. But one thing I did notice is we have 6 out-and-out strikers. You've got Gusong, Boyce, Shankland, Henderson, who's now up to 68. He can play on the wings or up front. You've got Humphreys and Joe Nubley. I don't know if we need all of these guys. I was honestly thinking about maybe shortlisting Nubley, maybe shortlisting Boyce, but I don't really want to just, throw them out the door. I feel like they deserve pre-season, maybe the first couple of games to see what is happening. But what I do expect is one of these 6 players not to be at the club by the time the transfer window closes. As for the wingers, Mackay, Forrest, Gianelli, they can all do a good job. Gianelli was great last year. I'm hoping he'll be great again this year. Barry Mackay has currently got less than 12 months on his contract remaining. I put a feeler out to see if he could sign a new deal, but he wants a minimum of 7.4 thousand. And it's not that I'm not willing to pay that, but I'm not willing to pay it just yet, because last season he wasn't that good. Connor Smith is now up to 67 overall. I need to try and get him game time. Finlay Pollock, only 20. He's up to 64 overall. So I need to get these guys game time. I initially looked at the team and I thought I need a cam. But then I think again and I'm like, well, you know what? If I don't sign a cam and I just play these 2, then look how much they will grow. And if I do bring someone in, it just means these guys are getting pushed down the order. So we've got talented young players why not use them? That's my logic here. In the midfield, I think going forward, I'm hoping it will be Benenjami and Cameron, but we do have other options in Grant and Haring as well. Dylan Reid, since he come to the club, hasn't really done enough for me. You know what? We're actually going to go ahead and we're going to loan Dylan Reid out right now because why not? Why not? I just don't really see Dylan Reid making much of an impact in our team at the moment. We've got Keogh, who's still injured. He will not be fit until 5 months, so that's a long time. Right backs, we've got Atkinson Smith. Centre backs, we have Halkett, Nielsen, Kingsley, Rolls, Civic. And then left backs, we've got Mackay, young player that recently just got called. You know what? I think we'll loan him out as well. He's just not going to get any game time here. Cochrane and Halliday. And then in nets, we have Sander Clark, Ross Stewart, and Ezekiel David. Now, this Ezekiel David guy who we brought up from the youth team, he's 18 years old. He's 64 overall. This guy looks like he could be an absolute baller, man. He could be the next big thing in net. So, Sander Clark will start the season as number 1. However, if he makes mistakes, then I will not be afraid to stick this guy in. And yeah, I would expect him to be making his debut for Hearts sooner rather than later. Now, one thing I definitely want to improve on and I want to use more going forward is scouts. So I am going to hire another scout, but instead of being cheap and hiring a scout that, you know, is mediocre and will just do an okay job, I want to go and I want to try and get one of the best of the best. So I'm looking at 3 options here. There's Curtis Wright, there's Luka Konstantinov from Russia, and there is Viktor Lundfisk from Sweden. So I don't know really who to pick here. I don't know I want to go for this. He has got 5-star experience, 5-star judgment, so maybe we should go for Curtis Wright. And on that note, maybe we will. And I think the first place we might send him is Wales. So yeah, let's do it. Let's sign Curtis Wright. We've got him. Now, I've got Patrick Miller. He's currently about to go to New Zealand. So let's get Curtis Wright. Let's set up a network. Maybe instead of him going to Wales, we could send him to Wales when he gets back. How about we send him to that side of the world as well? But instead of going to New Zealand, we'll send him to Australia. Because we've already got a few Australian players. Maybe we could add even more to the team. So yeah, we're going to look down under. We're going to look in Australia. We're going to look in New Zealand. And we're going to see if we can find the next big Jambo. Alright, so we've got a big squad, and I said it's pretty much too big at this stage, but it might trim itself because multiple players have handed in transfer requests. First of all, Peter Haring has submitted a transfer request. He wants to go. Liam Boyce has submitted a transfer request. Honestly, this wouldn't be much of a loss at this stage. Like I said, we've already 6 strikers, and Boyce is probably the weakest of them all, especially if we're basing it on overall. So yeah, not too bored if he goes. We've got Keogh Mortasoglu also submitted a transfer request. If him and Haring both go, then maybe we're beginning to get a bit light in the middle of the park, but Keogh's out for 5 months, so he ain't going anywhere. You know, he's not going to be able to play any games. Kai Rolls, a player that I do not want to lose, but he wants to leave. So it'll be interesting if we get any bids in. Will I accept them, or will, you know what I mean, or will I hold on to these players? Maybe they'll change their mind. Maybe they won't. We've also got Andy Halliday retiring at the end of the season, which kind of sucks, but he is getting older, man. He's 33 now, so I don't really... I'm not surprised, let's put it that way. But there you go, 3 players that want out. Boyce, Keogh Mortasoglu, and Peter Haring. So it looks like our squad might be getting a bit smaller, and it's not even through anything that I have done. And we do have some offers. So Dave Mackay, who we've loan listed, has had an approach from Rochdale. We're going to go ahead, and it's a loan to buy. We'll go ahead and we'll accept that. You know, this guy is really small. He's supposedly he can play centre-back. I don't think this guy would be playing centre-back. He'd just get stamped on, man. He's like an ant. He's that tiny. But we will accept the option for the... I don't want to do the loan to buy, but we'll agree to loan him out for a year. And we'll see if they want that. George Grant is wanted by Middlesbrough. I have no interest in letting George Grant go. And Peter Haring, did we let him go or did we let him stay? He wants to go. Middlesbrough did put an offer in that got rejected, and now Standard Liège want him, but their offer's even lower than Middlesbrough, so I think we will reject that. But as soon as we get something around 1 million, as soon as we get something slightly over 1 million, then I do think that we probably will sell Peter Haring, because I just don't think there's any point having players at the club if they don't want to be here. But speaking of being here, we are here and we are ready for our opening game of the season in the pre-season friendly, the Champions Trophy. Well, we will be taking on FC Lorente. What a game this should be, guys. I'm going to go ahead here and pick my team, and then we will take to the pitch for the first time in Season 3 and hopefully get off to the start that we all want. This is it then. We're in the Parc des Princes for the Champions Trophy. Remember that epic James McFadden goal a long time ago? Well, here we go. We're going to get kicked off for the first pre-season game of the year. We've put in some younger players in here. We've got Lewis Nielsen in. We also have Connor Smith in. We've got David. We've got the goalkeeper David in nets as well. So looking forward to see how he gets on. We're giving a debut to him. And yeah, I just decided to mix up a wee bit. So we have changed it around, and let's see what we can do then in the first pre-season game of the season. It's the Champions Trophy. Barry Mackay now, he wants to be a champion. Can he become a champion at Hearts? He takes a shot, and I tell you what, it's a decent save by the goalkeeper. Surprised Barry Mackay got the shot anywhere near on target from that angle. Looked tight, didn't look like he would do anything with that, but yeah, he got a good shot, directed towards goal. And what's this guy doing? A lot of dancing on the ball that leads to absolutely nothing. Ginelli now to Atkinson. It's Gunsong. Song flicks it to Ginelli. It's great bit of play here. Ginelli will cut back. Ginelli then left foots it to Haring. Haring will strike it. Oh, and it's just over the bar. Peter Haring there. He wants to leave. He submitted a transfer request. Well, that shot, maybe he'd change his mind if that goes in. Absolute beastie shot, but unfortunately just over the bar. Atkinson now. Let's go, Atkinson. Finds Smith. Connor Smith. Still holding on to it. Back to Haring. Haring finds Ginelli. Ginelli then looking for Atkinson. Good bit of play here for us. In towards Smith. Smith to Ginelli. His shot, though, blocked by the Lorente player. And I tell you what, we've had the better of the opening 18 minutes here. No doubt about it. We've played some decent stuff. But it's Cody now coming for... Oh, no. Try to put in a tackle. We've missed it. Oh, and it's a ball back. This is looking dangerous. It's back post. This is it. Oh, and it's not. He cannot hit the target. He doesn't look happy. I don't really blame him. Dlamani should be doing better there. Instead, he drills it right into the side netting. Oh, Chu Sung. That's great strength. Maybe he's coming back better. Well, maybe not. He could have played in Connor Smith slightly earlier here. It was great strength for Chu Sung. The balance was great. He's marginally offside. There's not a lot in it. I can't be too critical. But if he plays that a millisecond earlier, then Connor Smith is right through on goal. It's Gusung again. Gusung's been really good in this game so far. I've got to give him credit here. He has been. He's tried to play in Haring. Haring gets something on that. Song still comes away with the ball. Not only is he playing well, he's getting some luck as well. He strikes it and he falls over. Then maybe his luck ran out, because that looked like a handball to me, but referee wasn't giving it. And now it's Lorente. Was that off? Might have been off, but it doesn't matter because Craig Halkett is the man. He just comes across and takes the ball off him. Candy like a baby. David now finds Devlin. Devlin's going, oh no, Devlin, you can't do that, son. Devlin's lost the ball. Devlin, but Lewis Nielsen wins it back for his fellow teammate. Brilliant stuff. Ball out to Ginelli. Ginelli heads it down into Paffy. Goose Song. Song now trying to get away from Abigail, and this time Song does lose the ball for the first time in this game. Long ball played it to Diarra. Diarra is outpacing Cochrane here. Cuts inside now. And again, it's Lewis Nielsen. Brilliant tackle. What is Lewis Nielsen? I mean, he's putting in a case that maybe he should be one of the starting centre-backs this campaign, man. He's done a great game so far. Right, Song finds Cammy Devlin. Devlin to Haring. Haring out to Devlin again. Devlin finds Barry Mackay. Mackay with the step-overs. Back post towards Ginelli, but the goalkeeper comes out. Gathers that with ease. And it's still 0-0. Great challenge for Atkinson. Oh, and that Lorente player's down, but nothing we done, man. That was a good tackle for us. If he's injured, then it's not our fault. Now Atkinson on the attack. Plays it to Ginelli. It's now Gunsong. Song coming inside. He's central now. Song spins around. Plays it into Connor Smith. Smith! Oh, and Smith tests the goalkeeper. He manages to punch it out. It will be a corner. We will have one last chance here before the end of the first half. Barry Mackay delivers it near post. It's flicked away. Lewis Nielsen will be first to it. Not a great touch though. Finds Atkinson. Atkinson to Haring. Haring out to Ginelli. Ginelli with the step overs. Ginelli spins away. Gets a shot off. It's headed away by Llorente. And that could do it here. It could be the half-time whistle. It is the half-time whistle. I tell you what, man. We have been solid. We have been really good so far. We don't have a goal to show for anything like that, but we have been really, really good defensively. We allowed them in once, and they missed, so I'm grateful that they hit the side netting. Apart from that, though, we've been, look at the stats. We've dominated possession. We've had a lot more chances. We've just been the better team in pretty much every aspect. And that is the 11 that I went with. So it was David, Cochrane, Nielsen, Halkett, Atkinson, Haring, Devlin, Smith, Ginelli, Mackay, and Gunsong. I'm going to just change players right here, right now, though, because like I said, it is a friendly, essentially a friendly. We're going to bring Pollock on for Smith, even though Smith's had a good game. Just going to make a straight swap there. We're going to bring on Henderson for Barry Mackay, because I think Barry Mackay has been kind of quiet. So we'll bring on Henderson. We will. Who else are we going to bring on? I'll bring on Kai. Nielsen's been good, though. I'm not going to bring him on. We'll leave it for now. We've made the changes. I think we'll leave it. Wait, you know what? We'll bring on Dylan Reid. We'll bring on Dylan Reid for Peter Haring. Right, that's it. We've got a couple more subs left to make. We'll just make the 3 right now, and then if we need to make more, we will. It's in. Oh, it's been. Oh, that's good. That's more than good. That's great. And the one mistake we make, the one chance we give Llorente, and I don't know where our players are. I don't know why Cochrane's sliding in like that. I mean, I was giving praise to Nielsen and Halkett in the first half, but they've just completely left their centre-back posts there. David, who has had nothing to do so far, could not do anything about that. And it's Stefan Diarra giving Llorente a goal. Don't deserve this. We're trailing 1-0. Very unfortunate, but all it takes is one really bad moment of defending, and that's what can happen. You can get punished, and that's what we got. We got punished big time. It's 1-0 Llorente. Pollock, Reid, up to Song. Song trying to head it on, and I think we've won the free kick here. It looked like a handball, perhaps. Gunsong standing over it. Free kick, though. Who is our best free kick? It's got to be Kingsley, but he's not playing, so we're probably going to strike that. I think Craig Halkett. Craig Halkett is just going to knuckle this ball here. Knuckle this ball and see if we can get it up over the wall. Can we get it up and over the wall? Halkett looks. Nah, shit. I thought it looked good, but then I just seen how bad it was. I mean, it was on target. But that's the best thing I can say about it. I don't have anything other than I don't have any other positives to say apart from that. Right, Henderson, come on, let's make some more positives. It's you and Henderson. He's going to play it back to Cochrane. Cochrane now going to look back post. There's a decent ball in for Cochrane. Dylan Reid heads it down to Gongsu. Song Gongsu. Oh, it's a really terrible shot. How have we not scored the rebound though? I think he was offside, but still, Finlay Pollock was offside. But that shot for Gongsu, man, Jesus, or was he off? I don't know, just. But that shot for Gongsu was atrocious, man. I thought he was okay first half, but maybe he's not changed at all. We've won that, right? Come on, Cochrane, let's get something out of this game, man. We do not deserve to be losing it. It's Henderson to Devlin, to Finlay Pollock. Gets Pollock now to Gunsong. Song going to spin around. Song loses it, but then wins it back. He finds Reid. Oh, Reid was just about to play it through, but no. We ran out of time, we ran out of space, but it's a great challenge for Cammy D. Now it's to Ginelli. Pollock. Finlay Pollock skips away for his man. It's Pollock in towards Song. Saved by the goalkeeper. Song puts it across the goal and no one can get to it. Unbelievable. How are we not level in this game at least? I don't understand, man. I do not understand. Now it's Diarra running forward. He's trying to get the better of Nielsen. Nielsen slides in, wins the ball. Brilliant stuff. Fantastic tackle for Lewis Nielsen. That's incredible. And now it's Pollock again. Pollock now to Gongsu. Su He's going to try and get ripped round. Is that Jens? I don't know. Moritz Jens, it might be. It's Gongsu from distance. Oh, no. He done so well. He done incredible with the run. He got into a position. It wasn't a great position, but it was a chance nonetheless. And the shot's just not good enough, man. I don't know what is wrong with his shooting. Who knows? Maybe he needs glasses. Maybe we need to get him Specsavers. I don't know if he can see the target properly, but he can never seem to aim anything towards the goal, and that's a problem. Speaking of problems, that could have been one there, but we get the ball back, right? It's Ewan Henderson again now. Henderson, I think, has been okay since coming on. He's pacey, he's fast, he's creating stuff, right? Gongsu out to Henderson. It's Ewan Henderson again, drills it across the goal, and it's no takers, man. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants to touch the ball, right? Cochrane trying to win that. Ball played up. Gongsu's there. It's headed away again. Headed back up to Gongsu. Gongsu getting around Jens. It's Gongsu. Still Gongsu. Gongsu! This shooting is fucking shite, man. Shooting's just no good enough. Alright, and here we go then. Last two substitutions. We're going to bring on Shankland and Humphreys. Jusong and Ginelli are going off. Look at that. Jusong's had 5 shots, man, and not one of them came close to scoring. Unbelievable. Right, ball played through. Atkinson should get to that. He does get to it. He finds Halkett. Halkett then finds Dylan Reid. Reid out towards Humphreys. Humphreys to Atkinson. Back up to Humphreys. Humphreys pass there. Not good enough. And Llorente will come away with it. Cochrane's lost it. You can't do that, man. You cannot do that. Nielsen, no, you can definitely do that. You can win that. But no, we've lost it again. Ah, Jesus Christ, man. Unbelievable. We lose the ball just to win it back, just to lose it again. FC Llorente now have a 2-goal lead in a game that we have controlled, in a game that we have dominated. And unless we find something in the remaining 15 minutes, we are actually going to fall to defeat here in a game that we have not looked like losing in terms of performance, man. It's Cochrane wins that, right? Come on. Shankland finds Henderson. Henderson. Oh, through the Shankland. That's brilliant. And it's a save again by the goalkeeper. But the build-up play, you could not have asked for much. I can actually make more subs. Right, we'll bring on Civic. You couldn't really ask for much more here. I don't know how that's not went in. Toby Civic's going to come on, though. We need to get a good delivery here. Cammy Devlin will take it. It's headed away. Dylan Reid needs to be first to this. He will be. Plays in Halkett. Halkett out to Cochrane. Back to Cochrane. It's headed away. Civic. Civic trying to win that, and he hasn't. And instead, I think advantage has been played. Oh, no. Nielsen has not got the better of Diarra here. Diarra through. On its back post. It's side netting. That would have finished the game. That would have put it beyond us. Even if it's not beyond us already, to be fair. But thankfully, that one was missed. And now we might have a chance. But we literally need 2 quick-fire goals. It's going to be Shankland. Shankland out to Henderson. Henderson will spin back. He'll find Shankland. Shankland to Pollock. Pollock spins around. Oh, and it's just not our day, man. Finlay Pollock, head in his hands. Can't believe it. Neither can I, to be fair. I mean, it's not an easy chance, but you expect them to hit the target and work the goalkeeper. And we haven't done that. You know, we've been really good. It's a bag. It's a half bag full. I don't know, man. It's a mixed bag. We've been really good performance-wise, but it looks like it's going to be another defeat. I don't know how to take this one. Nielsen wins that header. Right, Devlin. Ah, poor pass for Devlin. Can't be doing that now, Devlin. Come on. On Cammy, son. Right, here we go. That's one last chance, maybe. Ball up to Humphreys. Humphreys to Dylan Reid. Shankland now. Shankland will play it out to Henderson. Henderson. Henderson now trying to get away from Silver. He cuts back. It's Henderson. Still Henderson. Crosses it in. Dylan Reid brings it down. He tries to get a shot off. Toe poked. We still can't get the ball. And it's going to end. We just weren't going to score there today. Honestly, man, 90 minutes. I think we could have played 90 hours and still not have scored. Just wasn't to be up front for us. We tried, but it just did not work, man. It was just not enough. I mean, can't fault the effort. Look at that. 16 shots to 4. We were brilliant on the pitch. 63% possession. We were just on a different level to Llorente today. But unfortunately, you know, they got 2 goals and we got none. So that means they get 3 points and we get the same amount of points as goals that we scored. Big fat 0. So yeah, not happy with the result, but I can't fault the players. I can't fault the performance. I can maybe fault the shooting ability of Gu-sung because it just wasn't good. Overall, I thought he played well, but his finishing just non-existent. So yeah, we'll just I don't know what to make of that. It pretty much means we need to win our next Champions Trophy game, which I want to win them all anyway, so that's not a massive thing for me, but I feel like it's difficult, man. It's a tough one to take when you play that well and you don't get anything from it. So up next we have Ibar, who got 1 point in their opening game. So yeah, I think this is pretty much must win for us, and we are changing the lineup quite a bit, and that's not because I was unhappy with the players in the first game, but it's simply because we want to rotate the squad. We need to keep players fit, we need to keep players sharp, and I'm just trying to rotate as much as possible. So it's going to be Sander Clark in nets, Kingsley at left back, Rose coming in at centre back. Halkett will be the only player alongside Ginelli, I believe, that remain from the team that started in the last game. Going to have Sibic on the right back, Benenjami, Grant, Pollock in the midfield, Forrest on the left, Ginelli in the right, and it's going to be Lawrence Shankland up front. If we can play the way we played in the last game, as long as Shankland finishes his chances, we will win this game easy. That's my prediction. Oh yes, Kingsley beats his man there. Stephen Kingsley, he's just going to drill it, and it's up. Oh my god. I thought we were going to shoot better than we did in the last game, but based on that first chance for Kingsley, it doesn't look like it, man. That's a horrendous shot. We know how good Stephen Kingsley is on his left foot. I think someone's cut his foot off overnight and replaced it with a prosthetic or something, because that shot was fucking shit. It definitely wasn't a Stephen Kingsley special. Good interception though, falls for Grant, and then we lose it anyway, so a little bit of luck there. It doesn't even help us out in the long run. Now it's Tiero getting away from Kingsley. Come on, Kingsley, son. Get him, get him. Okay, maybe not. It's back to Ramine. We need to get across here. Good challenge. Halkett gets it away. Benenjami. Ball then played to Shankland. Shankland will hold on to it. Shankland's going to look for Ginelli, and it's a great ball. Ginelli will get to this, but does Ginelli have backup? Oh, he's found Pollock, and Pollock's shot's blocked. Oh, and then Benenjami just runs out straight into the defender, and then we give it away. What are we doing here? Oh man, one moment we look really good, and the next moment, man, we just completely bottle it. Sibic, good interception. Right, here we go. This fast start to this match. Shankland. Oh, Shankland still holding on to the ball. It's still Lawrence Shankland here. Good strength for Shanky. Plays it to Sibic. Sibic back to Shankland. Back to Sibic. Sibic now launching one in. Benenjami was there. And it's headed away, and it looks like the chance is gone for now. Offside. Has to be offside. It is offside. Sander Clark got chipped. I think he could have got back and got it though if he really wanted to. But yeah, we played the offside pretty well there. Right, Forrest to Pollock. Back to Forrest. George Grant now. Picks out Shankland. It's Lawrence Shankland. Shankland trying to get away, and he's just ran into trouble. Oh no, you can't be doing that. Oh, Stephen Kingsley though, you can do that. He gets back in time to make a tackle. Kind of his own fault because he allowed him past him in the first place. And I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The corners came straight in. It's a header goal. We have a player at the front post. We have Sander Clark at the front post, but it turns out that's not enough. Ibar get past both of them with that header. It's Chema with the goal. We'll see the replay. I did not think a goal was going to come for that. Yeah, it's you know what? It's actually bounced off Benenjami's head, and Sander Clark and Benenjami have collided with each other. I mean, how is Benenjami not clearing that? Or does it come off Sander Clark's glove? It's hard to tell, but both players collide, and it's another undeserved goal in my opinion. Ibar take the lead, but I think we've been on top in the opening 20 minutes, and now we find ourselves behind. Oh, and I don't believe it, man. We've stepped off him, and he's just hit a power shot into the back of the net. We should have seen it coming. Kind of did see it coming, to be fair. What is the look at that for Halkett, man. Just gives him all that space. Allows him to take a shot. And he picks it out the back of the net. And Sander Clark comes in, and now Sander Clark's conceded 2 goals. It's not looking good for him. Blanco Leszczuk with the goal. Step over. Pollock. Stephen Kingsley. Can he drill one inside the box? Oh, he can. What a goal. Stephen Kingsley. Great goal. I mean, that compare that to the shot that he had in the opening couple of minutes. Holy crap, night and day. Doesn't even feel like the same game. How the hell can that be from the same left foot? Maybe he got that left foot amputated or something and changed it, because the first shot he had was shite, but that one is an absolute screamer and off the post. And it gets us right back in the game. Stephen Kingsley, left foots it, boom. Keeper, no chance.
Can they get in behind them? In position, and it's a double for him in this game. No way for the opposition to contain him.
And it's Blanco again. What can you do about that? Not a lot, obviously. They haven't had many chances, but when they do get chances, they punish us, and they've done that again there. 3-1. Before the break, terrible time to concede. Step over, pass it out. I thought he was offside. I legit stopped playing. I thought he was offside, and that's my fault. Should always play to the whistle. But I did think the referee was going to put his flag up. I literally stopped playing, and he didn't. And I've only myself to blame. 3-1. Right, Forrest, come on, this is a chance. Forrest. Great ball in. No, there's no takers, though. Giannelli was coming in, but the ball got intercepted just before he could do anything about it. And now it's Blanco looking for the hat-trick. He's playing it out to Fuller Asti. It's good for Kai Rolls. Wins it, and now we're on the counter-attack. Now we're looking to be the team to get the next goal. We've played that short, though, man. I can't do that. Under-hit that pass big time. We've won it back, though. Josh Giannelli now. Josh Giannelli will play it to Shankland. We need to see if Giannelli can make a run. And he can. Giannelli back to Shankland. This is it, surely! Fucking Shankland. Grass cuts it straight into the hands of Sedan. Even Zinedine Zidane could have saved that one, man. Not a good shot for Shankland. We need to get our shooting boots on, and we need to do it soon. Benjamin out to Alan Forrest. Forrest again on all shots. It's going to be George Grant. George Grant saved again by the goalkeeper. Unbelievable. Robbie Nielsen cannot believe it. I don't think anyone can believe it. Kingsley, delivery comes in. Head. Oh! Bicycle overhead kick, and still kept out. Grant trying a spectacular and denied again. Oh man, what do we have to do? It's 3-1. We're trailing. We probably need to win this game to have any chance in this Champions Trophy. It's Forrest. It is. Oh, we're trying to play. I think Giannelli was offside there, so I'm not too sure it would have counted anyway. But we tried to find him, didn't work right this time. Benjamin up to Giannelli. Giannelli to Pollock. Finlay Pollock. Still Finlay Pollock. Being pushed back. Finds Grant. Grant to Forrest. Alan Forrest. It's Pollock again. Oh, it's another save by the goal. And how's he done that? He's literally saved it and then bounced up like the fucking Duracell bunny, man, and caught it. That's unbelievable. Kind of saves that, man. Honestly, am I playing against like a 99 rated goalkeeper here? Shankland. George Grant's running through. That's brilliant. George Grant is through, and it's a heavy touch, but he still gets it. And I tell you what, that's a good goal, but I think Ibar should prevent it. It's a heavy touch for Grant, man. I think if the goalkeeper comes out, the goalkeeper could make that, but he decided not to come out, and I won't complain. I will not complain. We need that goal. We get the goal. We're right back in the game, and we're being the better team. We deserve it. And it's a good ball to Grant, but I mean, come on. Goalkeeper, got to ask questions there. He should have done more. He should have done more. I think we've ended up pegging him. We've nutmegged the goalkeeper to round it off. So weird goal. But here, I'm finally happy that it worked out for us. We get a bit of luck for a change. Right, come on, Grant. George Grant. Shankland, going to try and find Grant again. Grant, almost through. Clear away, Benjamin, win that. He does. Shankland brings it down. Pollock. It's Alan Forrest. Still Forrest. Forrest just runs into trouble. No, he can't do that. Oh, see, he can't do that. That's a great save by Sander Clark. I thought that was 4-2. I thought that ball was beyond Clark, but he's pulled off a top-notch save there. And he's kept us in this game. He's kept us with a chance. Now it's Shankland. Plays it to Pollock, and we need to get forward here. We literally need to do something. It is Pollock. Plays it back through to Shankland. It's Shankland, heavy touch, and he ends up flicking it on with his heel. What a tackle for Civic. That is fucking quality for Toby Civic. And then he puts in another one. So, yeah, you can't ask for much more for that, man. Toby Civic, on fire. We're going to make some subs, so we are going to go for it. We need to push for it, and we're just going to stick everybody up front here with not long remaining. So let's see. We will bring on. We're gonna bring on everybody. We'll bring on Song. We'll bring on Nubley. We'll bring on Humphreys, and we'll bring on Barry Mackay. I'll tell you what, well, why not? We'll bring on Smith, and we'll bring on Cochrane. We're going to change all the outfield players. So
It probably would be the end of the story.
let's do it. Let's try and defend this corner, and then hopefully hit them on the counter. To take it short. Oh, Gianelli, come on. Oh, Gianelli, can't do that now. Alright, we'll want it back. And we've lost it. Oh no, we've lost it. Sander Clark, brilliant save. Maybe it was right at him, but had to make it. Had to make it. If he loses that, man, if we lose a goal for there, then it's all over. Ball in, it's flicked at the back post. Right, Cochrane, let's go. Just brought Cochrane on. He should have lots of speed. He should have lots of agility and stuff left in the tank. Right, Gianelli now, come on. Gianelli going to try and play through Barry Mackay. He brings it down. That's a handball. And the referee's no gave it. Goalkeeper will clear that. We need to get to it. We haven't got to it. Like 3 minutes to go. Come on, Mackay. Shankland. Out to Gianelli. This is a chance now. It's Josh Gianelli. Must. Oh, and he's put it over. He's skied it. Our top goal scorer for last season. Just wouldn't even know what a goal is based on that shot. Has to do better than that, man. Come on. 2 minutes added on time. Goal has to come now. It's Gusong to Mackay. Mackay back to Gusong. Song. Oh, he's trying to play in Nubley. Nubley brings it down. Oh, it's off the post, man. Fucking hell. Thought Nubley had rescued a point, and he's rescued absolutely nothing. No points. That's what we get. No rescue. No great escape. Same old shite. Another defeat. 3-2. Look at, I mean, gain 12 shots to their 6. I don't see how we've lost that game, but we have lost it. And with that, we are now out of the Champions Trophy. So, doesn't really mean anything. It's just a meaningless domestic, you know, not even a domestic. It's just a meaningless, like, friendly competition. But it would have been nice to have done something in it. Unfortunately now, I believe we can no longer advance, or we can no longer get out of our group. Are we even in groups? I don't even know. We're not. So you can see there that it doesn't even work that way. So it's just like a one group of 8, and you just play 3 teams in it. So we will try. We will try and finish as high as we can, which at the moment is 5th, depending on other results. So yeah, next game up, last game is against Stade Bretois. We will go all out. We will hopefully beat them. And yeah, hopefully we can finish the pre-season competition with at least a win. But we should be sitting on 6 points. We really should be, but life ain't fair. And I mean, for some reason, even our most clinical goal scorers just could not seem to score in that game. So very disappointed with both of those outcomes. The second game there, I don't think we played as good, but we were still good enough to win. And we just didn't get the luck. We just didn't get the goals that we needed in the right moment. So very disappointed with that. A lot of our players' sharpness is just low, so we'll continue to simulate that and try and get their sharpness up. And you see everyone's went up by 2. Honestly, we've played 2 pre-season friendly games. I'm no closer to understanding what my starting 11 is going forward, or who will be in our starting 11 once we play our first competitive game of the season. And speaking about competitive games of the season, I believe our first game is against Ross County in the league. Yeah, so that's what we'll be doing, guys. Next time out, in the next episode, we will take on Ross County away from home. We have to travel to Dingwall, but don't forget, we've still got this game here against Stade Bretois. And we'll also look at the possibility of maybe bringing in a signing or 2, and perhaps some players leaving the team as well. But at the moment, you know what, we're giving youngsters a chance, and I like it. They're impressing me. We're not getting the results, but we're playing well, and that has to mean something, you know. The results will come. That's what I've got to tell myself. Hopefully, they will come as soon as we start the league, you know. I'd rather lose the pre-season friendlies and then win when it really matters. So yeah, as long as we can get it fixed for the next game, then that's what we will do. So hopefully we can find our scoring boots. I don't know where they are. We just need to find them or buy new ones, do something, and start getting wins on the board. But that's good, guys, for the premiere of Season 3. This is episode 41 overall. If you can leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. It means a lot to me. Anyone that suggested players, if I did not sign your players, it's not because I didn't appreciate it or I didn't want to sign them. It's simply because with no European football, this squad is so big. There's a lot of young talent in this squad. I just don't want to bring in players that means I'm sacrificing the players that we have. If we were in Europe, then I'd be all for bringing in some players. But, you know, with just the league campaign and the size of our squad, the squad's way too big as it is. So I don't think me adding more players to the team is a good thing at the moment. But like I said, that could change. Like I said, if we get a couple of players that leave in this window, then I will look to bring in a player or two. But that's good, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Can't wait to get Season 3 of the CINCH Premiership underway and hopefully off to a winning start. But that's it. Till next time. Thanks for watching and peace.